Lyrical Creativity of the Heart. Author Pro Sawyedul Amin. His acknowledgement. At first, he is starting with the name of Allah, who created not only us but also the whole universe, without whom we couldn't come in this universe. He is humbly thanking to Almighty Allah for giving him the strength to complete it successfully. He is with elated tears to present those one who love him more than themselves are his most beloved parents, without whom he is totally incomplete and the world is nothing for him. A heartfelt gratitude to his most precious parents who brought and raised him into this world and who gave gone on to support and encourage him and his creativity, without whom he can't stand in front of this stage. He is also extremely thankful them because he was brought from dark to light, where he shine and bright as a full moon by knowing what is the value of education. He has been also instructing education since the little age to still now by giving everything without ignorance, which he asks and want in his life, without whom nothing is possible. They never keep him as a jailer, but also give him every opportunity and give up like a freely flying bird. He never feel heartache due to them, even their scolding in his whole life. He remembered and thanked those one until his last breath who fed him everything without taking themselves. Clothes were beautifully owed to him and bathing him by smearing twice a day while he was childhood. His parents are incomparable and totally different between others. He has no idea how to thank his dear grandfather Sayyid Alum. However, he was giving a hearty thanks to the one who usually suggested him and told to become an well-known person in the whole world. He also motivated him if he cannot able to be famous, will try to do something which will remain with the name of yours after you will hide from this world. An ambition to become a renowned engineer is not only his but also his grandmother. She also warned him if he can't do well anything for other person, don't do to feel heartache due to his in life. In addition, he is grateful his most adorable siblings, especially his respectable elder brother Sawyedullah, is the one who corroborates him better than the whole family. He is not only his endearing elder brother but also his special tutor and best friend who indicates him the real ways of life and warns him neither to do nor go on the wrong ways. He was never felt lonely, but he always be in his side, and friendly keeps him cheer as a friend. If he asks anything from him, he gives him immediately without taking permission from his parents. He is frankly thanking to his honorable teacher for guiding and teaching him, without whom he is nothing. Initially, he could realize which is wrong or true in his life. Due to them, he has been taught discipline and education, which has the most power, even it can change the world. They also made him as a great human and a shining star in his life. Even he can never forget those persons who taught him only a later in his life. He is really sending gratitude to his dearest friends who always lend him a hand which he cannot ask and mention in front of his family. They always stay with him If he felt either happiness or depression, he was kept on joyful life and support all his activities. They never depend on his pocket, either they have or not. He is frankly thanking to SGSH publication for giving him this opportunity to publish his dream book with their wonderful publication, spread goodness and spread happiness, and helping him throughout the journey of this lyrical book, without whom this book wouldn't have been possible. Finally, he is thankful every soul who gave him a hand to bring this book to its fruition. He is gratitude to the readers who are reading this wonderful book and wishing good and bright future. Guess every readers probably can gain emotion and sentiment, hope motivating him to create more amazing things in his life. About the book. Lyrical creativity of the heart is the omnibus of emotional and sentimental poems which not only opens the rhythmic heart but also listens the soul whisper of the bard. Lyrical creativity makes the author to think emotional feeling through the core of heart and soul that occurs either the highest delight or the deepest blue. This enthusiastic Floridium was penned down by the author's own various imagination generated from the heart and conscience. Those one who the more will read this Floridium, the more will experience a roller coaster of extreme emotions. A must try to indulge in the reliable emotion that cause in life as you read. Hope this is perhaps the most superb and essential for you all. About the author. Pro Sawyedul Amin, a student of Myanmar and a poet of Rohingya, was born early on 3rd December 2004 at a golden village Nga and Chong by the Mayu River in Buthidaung Township, Arakan State, Myanmar. There were forests around the village. His father Aminullah was a businessman after graduating from the Muslim school Madrasa, and his mother Firoja was a housewife after getting married. He was their second child among their children. His babyhood was an adorable period due to his parents, so they gave everything which he needed and wanted to take. His whole childhood was a wonderful time in his life. Every evening he would gather with his childhood friends to play different kind of sports in a wide field near the hospital and down of the police station. After returning from the school, then they used to bath together and enjoyable in the river. He never felt alone, that's why his childhood chum always be with him and made him graciousness. His classmates were both Muslim and Buddhist as children and teenagers. They studied and learned together freely and regardless of religion or ethnicity at Basic Education High School, Tong Bajar. He was awarded a lot of prizes from that school. He excites to visit with his friends to a new destination. Whenever he traveled with them, he felt comfortable and fresh. So one day, he considered that if he traveled all over the world, how much he felt more than his town. He has been planning to travel the whole world since that day when he was at class 6. From a little of age when he was at class 7, he saw that his community was facing different kind of challenge in neighboring village, so he wanted to help his community. So he decided to become a renowned engineer and then began to study hard toward his goal. When he first knew that education is the most powerful tools, he wished to study more and more education, at least getting degree from any college or university in his life. One day, suddenly, not only he but also others woke up to hear much voice of guns firing from the police station at 3 a.m. on 25th August 2017. After that, military raided and arrested his community. His friends and his neighbors moved into the forest while his family hid inside their home. After 6 days, his family, including him, began a long journey in the monsoon rains. Facing different kind of hardship and genocidal persecution, they needed 10 days to arrive near border of Myanmar by walking with their material. Finally, they have fled from their exile into Bangladesh on 11 September 2017 when he was at class 8. Then they began their new life as Rohingya refugees in Bangladesh. Nowadays, he lives with his parents, a elder brother Sawyedullah, who is the journalist and leader of entire Rohingya minority, and he was built an organization, namely Rohingya Students Network (RSN), focused on bringing peace, civic education, awareness of gender-based violence, and human rights in the camps, and his brother also studies with the major of BAELL at International Islamic University Chittagong in Bangladesh. He has four younger brothers and sisters in the world's largest refugees camp in Bangladesh, Jamtoli Camp 15 Block D5, where he has completed class 10 and dedicated himself to learn new skills. He has studied and completed many online courses, but he studies BSc engineering from online course of University of the People from USA. He tries to do something good for his community. Finally, he started professionally to teach education to the children of his community because they can distinguish which is true or false. He interests reading books and writing. Once upon a time, he penned a story about his life. Then it has been published as a literature in worldwide. So he desired to become a noble poet and a prolific author to help every human as a literature contributor the whole world. In 2020 he started his journey in the world of poetry. Poetry is a part of his life, so he began to write different kind of poems. He trusts poetry is beyond powerful. He was awarded different types of prizes and certificates from many international poetry platforms. He is the chief moderator of Rohingya Literature Garden. He participated as a co-author in more than 100 anthologies, and he has compiled more than 20 anthologies. He was awarded many types of awards and perks from different kind of publication house. He has become a project head of MV Publications. He also attempts to publish in worldwide his own books. He dreams to back to his motherland one day. He will never forget to go back home even he will die. His index: my dear sweetheart, love affair, love match, romantic love, crazy for love, floating in love, real love, what is love, breakup from love, broken heart, feeling alone, crying with pain, my tear, my dream, my ambition, friendship, what is friend, childhood pearl, student's life, school life. Education is the best. English is everywhere. The most special tutor, royal family unity, my unique hero, my dear father, my adorable mother, elder brother, jewelry village, Mayu River, Golden Myanmar, peaceful life, life of Rohingya, situation of the camp, lost martyrdom, hope is home, sea beach, a visit to the Jew, beauty of the nature, the sun and the stars. My dear sweetheart, my dearest sweetheart is the one self who never depend on for my own pelf. I will want to hand out everything kindly, who can sacrifice even soul for me really. The one will be imagined in my peace mind, whose civilization is very favorable and kind. I will theorize the one in my life as a soulmate whose innocence face a rare smile animate. The one will be loved in my life non-stop, by whom is not love alone doing me a drop. I will give up a place in my heart forever, by whom is not broken my heart never. The one will be accepted like a special admirer whose affection has attraction more than other. I will assume in my life as my darling spouse whose aim is not destroyed my real life to use. Love affair. There is a romantic song of my best choice that is found in your the most appealing voice. Your enchanting face has an endearing smile. My attention doesn't change if I see from a mile. Your vivid eyes have a whimsical light which you romantically pick me at night. Your sparkling face illuminates as the full moon. If it falls in my vision, my heart cannot wait soon. You have two silky lips like roses and sweet and red. I would like to kiss with it, however, it is feared. Your physical fitness is looking very soft. I wish to speak with you, but I afraid oft. Your hairdo is very charming and flies cutely in wind. It makes me to feel cheer and peace in my mind. Your body skin color is as pretty as deity. You come in my dream when I sleep with self-pity. Love match. Love match has different love match has different kind dreams, which is not as like as chocolate creams. It is too easy to do love match with romantic, for which too much like hard work guy and politics. Love match is a romantic relationship doing which is based a spontaneous mutual feeling. It deserves and rely on both self satisfaction that is materialized because of the emotion. Love match has glowing sentiment with fancifully, which is not left from love muscle easily and swiftly. There is an intense feeling of affection in love match that cannot measured and compared to catch. Love match is constructed with much romance forever. That's why love match is not broken in lifetime never. There is an affirmation of the power of love in it, which has the most aptitude if together stay with fit. Romantic love. Romantic love is gotten due to good luck, which will be discovered I will never chuck. Romantic love has both kisses and hugs, which is remembered I need to drink drugs. Romantic love makes that I can feel sweet when I am going to someone you to meet. Romantic love captures pure in heart of mine when I will fall in confusion to determine. I would like to stay with you in the romantic love, but I have no idea about affection, how to prove. I want to establish a place alone in your heart, but I don't know deeply how to take part. I will absolutely crazy for you and break fence if I will be shown faultlessly your lovely romance. I can be indicated which is romance to be as a tutor if I wear your endearing bow and close sweater. Crazy for love. I am crazy for your affection. If you don't accept my attraction, I fall in love you without imagine. If you ignore the attention of mine, I crazily look for you with lot of way where you go for playing day to day. I nonsensical visit toward that place where you go to take rest with peace. I pick up and attack without investigation when you are disturbed any sexual action. For you I poke his eyes to be blindness who looks you with view of badness. I spend my all money to avoid your issue if you make me to cry and make me to rue. I am ready to sacrifice my soul for your love if to mingle my life you totally disprove. Floating in love. You are loved by me a lot because of you are very hot. I am impressed you are adorable due to you are so remarkable. You are selected by me and won for me everything you will have done. I can understand you are very kind so you can take place in my mind. Your mouth sounds is very sweet when I would like to speak to meet. You are so amazing and marvelous, my darling, is you the world famous. Your face bright in my sight as the moon shine at night. You are floating in love of my like the cloud my under the sky. Real love, oh my heart, you are my body part. My soul cries only for you. Every time I miss you, please accept I love you. I can't survive without you. Because you are my half of life, you are requested to be my wife. You are my half of one, so which love is done. If you hurt any pain, it is felt in my heart certain. You are an apple of my eyes, lack you, I will die. You don't come in front of my sight, I see the world be night. You will not mingle in my life, I will suicide myself with knife. With you I have only love, oh my dear beloved. What is love? Love is not only magic but also blind, for which needs so hard working to find. Love is not only heartache but also tear, which is very dangerous to have to fear. Love is a kind of fire for the life period that burns the heart, so must be avoided. Love is a big lesson, so have to learn that consumes all money of the earth. It is love that makes the world darkness when falling in love with cheerfulness. It is love that is more bitter than bitter gourd when information of dissolution is heard. Much pain is felt by love to see face to face if the love is the deepest in the existence. A lot of suffering is facing to forget and release if love is done with much romance and promise. Breakup from love. I wouldn't like to stay with you both. When it came out from my mouth, I didn't consider like this was a breakup. I never know there is no turning back up. The last time my lips had a little smile, I was taken from me after a while. Inside me, I drowned in tears, see, with tension, but nothing was talked to anyone in depression. If I remembered our first kiss, I hoped that I couldn't miss. It made darkness my life of bright. I went anywhere to stand up and fight. I was trying to control myself. My pain was not extent as like as elf. If I revived you, I was very full. To forget you, I wanted to drink alcohol. But alcohol is injurious for health. Your love destroyed all my wealth. The opening doors of my love was closed when you left in my life for doing loss. Broken heart. My heart was broken and split, however. I was died for your life forever. The windows of my heart was locked when I was scolded and mocked. My heart excited to look your cute face due to it have given me a long space. My broken heart had become a hole when my love and my heart you stole. You came in my dreams at night while I remembered your right. All over the world came crashing down. I am standing with a broken heart of own. My heart has turned to solid stone when you hollow and left alone. My broken heart was the dead of me. I was not simple to see. Feeling alone without you, it made to feel alone. When in the life you have really gone, the pain of being alone made tired. If you were waited long time with boredom was felt lonely to stay. If you didn't meet once a day, because of you felt headache when suffered from heartache. Score was gained by someone whenever lived and worked alone. Much trouble was hardly faced wherever living alone was forced. Darkness was felt every day and night, while single life started with the plight. Felt like a orphan was not put an end, while felt danger without laying a hand crying with pain. We feel so pain without smile since we were born in our exile. We have been suffering with fear, so our eyes fill with an unending tear. We are as death in our future if we survive on life or torture. We get misery like grief of hell, where has unlimited woe if to tell. Without hope, we stay on trouble, so we never inhale with enjoyable. Our hearts are broken with ache to go on facing much heartache. Whole night we dolefully weep, so we can't comfortably sleep. We were probably born for cry, due to tear our eyes never dry. My tear flew from my two eyes when you left me to say bye. With my tear became a river when you forget me forever. Due to you, dropped much my tears, so I will never pursue as my dear. My tear was exhausted and dry. For you, I will never sorrow and cry. The eyes are filled with tears of mine when I talk about my previous lines. Tears are tried to hide from anyone view when I would like to feel my mood new. I cry tearfully alone on my bed at night if there is neither your beauty nor light. I feel very uncomfortable with tear pain if there is a sound as pattering of the rain. My dream. I saw an wonderful dream the whole night, which I went a risky place with a gun to fight. I was bravely attacking to fall like an army if I was alone to clash them at night of gloomy. The more dark was, the more they began to shoot. Neither I tried to defeat nor tried to accumulate loot. I gained much peril not because of adversary, but because of crossing the densest shrubbery. I devised new way by cutting bushes to get location where enemies hide to shoot and fire with protection. The more near I arrived, the more careful I quietly sat because I could take position to cover firing bullet. Suddenly a bomb exploded between attacker and me. I woke up after hearing voice of bomb at that night time. I have decided to be a soldier of country that day. Unfortunately, I have fled from motherland to away. My ambition. I have some fundamental ambition which I did nothing in my past duration. I have been dreaming since my childhood when everything was distinguished good. My intention is to travel all over the world since I tripped with classmates in cold. I tried hardly from early age for journey but I didn't reach at my aim due to money. My goal is to become a renowned engineer for which I infinitely wait and really with cheer. I try to study and learn about engineering, but nothing is possible if I do hard working. One day I paint an essay about my future which has been published as a literature. I had been penning many stories and poems. It has been edited and reviewed from platforms. I wrote poetry and got certificates and trophies, which has been awarded from many anthologies. One of my ambition is to be an author, which fulfilled when of one of my poetry book has been published. Friendships. Friendship is the best relationship. No sorry, no thanks in the friendship. Friendship is not measured by time or length that gives much strength. Friendship is an enjoyment, no sadness if together hold the hand. Friendship is an wonderful flower that has a lot of power. Friendship is like a sweet cake everybody will not able make. Friendship is a diamond bangle, everyone cannot mingle. Friendship is a pot of gold, everybody will not able to hold. Friendship is a happy time, anyone cannot give crime. Friendship is the most important thing which is not forgotten about everything. Friendship is a golden life between husband and wife. What is friend? There are many types of friend. Some attempt to give a hand, some have habits of honor, some have selfish behavior. There are many kinds of crony. Some are so droll and funny, some speak as like as honey, some rely on other one money. There are many separate mate, some assume as a soulmate, some keep in the heart grimy, some presume as like as enemy. There are differences in friendship, some mingle as a companionship. Some make the relations is valuable, some try to decrease respectable. Childhood pal. Oh my dear childhood pal, with you I was playing the football. You were feeding me the food when I was babyhood. How to walk you learned me to hold while I was 2 years old. How to swim you taught me in water when I didn't know better. You were carrying my tool while I was coming at school. From you, much help was gotten, which I cannot have forgotten. You had not eaten without me anything if you wanted to eat something. With you, I was doing a lot of funny, oh my dear childhood crummy. Student's life is very simple and pure, where everything can do to make sure. Life of students is very sweet and funny, where can meet different kind of crony. In student's life should have high thinking, which with the best sense of understanding. In student's life should have hard working with the knowledge and education studying. Time should be respected in the life of students, which has a lot of advantage and confident. Behavior should be good in the life of students, for which presumed and civilized like a gent. In the life of students should be honest, because in all of the policy it is the best. In the life of students should be helpful to get from elders blessings with thankful. School life is really bliss, and school life is the best moments of life with joys, where meet every friends include girls and boys, playing together different kind of sports and run, where working hard to win the game with fun. In the school life, time spent and unforgettable, where some of the mistakes are not acceptable. Waiting for the bell to ring is very deeply exciting if some periods in the school life were so boring. In the school life, attempts are hard without rest, from the admitting day to succeeding final test. If studying is well, no need to worry and face fear. Also absorb more and more benefits for next year. Education is the best. Education is the best thing for us, which is in our lives very precious. The person who has not education is equal to the Earth lack sun condition. Education is the key to unlock the freedom which can diffuse from our life boredom. The person who has educated anywhere is equal to birds which can fly everywhere. Education is the most Education is the movement of our sight which can change from darkness to light. Soldiers who own the most powerful weapon is equal to person who belong a pen. Education is the passport of future to success, which is inheritance for generation can possess. An uneducated nation which has developed is equal to a hamlet which is undeveloped. English is everywhere. There is many languages around the world which is not like a child's play to count in field. Among them, five language is very renowned. English is first language of international owned. English language is spoken worldwide from all languages which were collide. English language is known everywhere, which is a piece of cake to use anywhere. Speaking in English is as nice as gold. That language should be used to uphold. Speaking in English can be spoken easily, so do not be fearful to express it freely. English language is as simple as water, however, no need to sigh to say another. English language is the most favorable. If attempting hard, nothing is impossible. The most special tutor. You are the most special tutor of our school. We are taught by you the lesson with cool. You keep us on enjoy life in our class. You always try and think for us how to pass. We are indicated a lot of way in our lives. One of them staying together as like as hives where they live together like the shape of sunflower, so the group of B has a lot of power. We get from you a lot of qualifications, especially most interesting education, which is the most powerful weapon that can change the whole world soon. We are given much knowledge and advice because you would like to see us as wise. Your aspiration is that we will be very famous. You are the one who consider everything for us. You allow us to do according to our inclination. However, you usually give us many instructions. If you don't come at school, your chair is space. At that time, we cannot feel completely peace. Royal family unity. Royal family unity has the most powerful. Other one cannot make them thoughtful. There are much peaceful in royal family. Every problems can be solved easily. There are much love between each other, so they take and eat everything together. If one of them don't arrive with safe on time, they don't sit and sleep but wait to come. They never give up to feel alone with sad. Also, they keep joyous when time is going bad. They never fight and scold with one another. Their anger cool down and melt into water. They live and stay home as like as beehives. They respect and regard each other in lives. They do everything with unity is so precious, so that kind of royal family shall be famous. My unique hero. A person whom I admire very much is my father. He didn't do to get heartache to my grandfather. He gave everything which my grandfather needs. If he took meals with hand, my grandfather feeds. My father gave to my grandmother happiness with the love, affection, and truthfulness. There is always a place for him in her body part which shall not be broken, is known as her heart. My father is the best person, like a philosopher who gives to my mother a lot of love better. Everything without my mother he never ate. In your life they both stay as a soulmate. My father is unique hero as robot. He shall be assumed the best in my life, who I got. He was sacrificed for me everything whenever. That's why I never obliterate you in my life forever. Dear Father, oh my dear Father, you loved me better than other. When you gave me a toy, I was a lot of enjoy. You didn't forget to bring me jacket if you went to market. You bought some biscuits from any shop when you came back from job. You never want to do anything if I wanted to do something. You found me everywhere if I did not be with you there. You held for me a happy celebrate in my happy birthday date. You gave me a gift in my first birthday, which I cannot forget still today. My adorable mother. My adorable mother is very sane and kind, who can keep cool and fresh my blue mind. My tears were closed in my eyes to be dry when pain and sickness made me cry. My body was softly sat and watched when I was sleeping on my cradle bed. I was bathed twice a day to keep clearing during the time of morning and evening. New clothes were beautifully owed to me if I went to travel anywhere from home. My hair was combed with oil of coconut while for school with classmate I got out. Walking was taught to hold my hand when I couldn't move alone to the land. I was fed with hand every meal and food while I was running the age of babyhood. Elder brother, Elder brother. Elder brother is the dearest. In every work, he is the best. He is the most helpful of parent, so everyone presume as a gent. Money is earned by elder brother, so parent love him more than other. Parent allowed to do everything better, so he manages every home matter. He kindly looks his younger brothers. He is supported especially by mother. His younger sister is never little hated. Their needful thing is fully completed. He never considered about his future. He is the one among the all creature. This kind of elder brother is needed for the whole family is goodly leaded. Jolly village. Nga and Chong is a huge and jolly village where has more than 20 wards for older age. It is probably very wonderful place among Myanmar, where has a very broad market named Tong Bazar. There is more than 2000 shops in Tong Bazar, where every material is not rare but available even car. There is a high school based TBG between mosque and temple, where education is learned regardless of religion and simple. There is a hospital with the full of specialist doctors where every malady is cured well in different sectors. There is a big police station beside the hospital road where police force is stable with justice of the peace pad. Across the village middle there is a wide Mayu river where much vessel come with lords and people ever. Next to the Tong Bazar, there is a sandy river shore where different types of sports are played more and more. Mayu River, the river which is very renowned in Rakhine state, it is named Mayu River, but forgot naming date. The river is not only very deep but also very wide, where has river bank and sandy shore both side. Foreigners visit by boat for checking office, driving quickly across the river with noisy voice. People travel from rural to urban area of country, riding and crossing along the river by boat hurry. Bridge blows towards sandy shore and river bank where youths gladly meet friends to stand like rank. There are playgrounds for playing in the sandy shore where players play different sports more and more. Fishermen throw and set up different net for fishing. Teenagers compete to cross the river by swimming. Children take bath with friends and play to float. People take a riding to pass river ferry by ferry boat. Golden Myanmar. Myanmar is a humanitarian and golden country where people live and educate without worry. Democracy is filled in Myanmar with ordinance where is prevailed by justice and independence. Myanmar is a peaceful country without ill, where equal rights and correct policies prevail. There are good communication with nationality, where is no discrimination between ethnicity. Myanmar is delightful and pleasurable location from where people can absorb fully satisfaction. Myanmar is a Myanmar is a peaceful country without ill, where equal rights and correct policies prevail. There are good communication with nationality, where is no discrimination between ethnicity. Myanmar is delightful and pleasurable location from where people can absorb fully satisfaction. Myanmar is a safety and fearless place and land which is encircled with thorny chains in borderland. Myanmar is a development country in education which is too easy to learn without instruction. Prime economy of Myanmar is grain and rice which is cheaper than other countries in price. Peaceful life of peaceful depends on independence which has equal rights and correct justice. Life of peaceful is gained from the parent if in the whole world they survive and present. There is peaceful life in health of the best, which has neither any sickness nor pest. There is peaceful life in truthful friendship, which has very close and deep relationship. Staying with peaceful life in the motherland, where has many relatives and childhood friend. Living with peaceful life in rural better than town, where has neither murder nor crimes are ground. Peaceful life is observed during going to school if education is studied and learned with cool. Peaceful life based on neither poor nor rich because it can't be brought and got to search. Life of Rohingya. Rohingya life is full with hardship because of there is no leadership. Rohingya life is defective with humanity due to there is no unity between community. Much challenge is faced in the tent by Rohingya where they live densely together is not mega. Rohingya are encircled with thorny chain like a jail from where they cannot go outside and set sail. They have not underfit land of their own as gold, so there is no value of Rohingya all over the world. There is too admiration to respect between communities, so dignity of Rohingya is lower than other ethnicity. There is too high school to study better position, so Rohingya life is destroyed without education. The more ration they eat, the more weak they become, so some of Rohingya struggle and try to go back home. Situation of the camp. Refugees camps are as like as jail where everyone's ambition come fail. Refugees children are uneducated due to higher education can't study. Refugees camps are filled with many crimes because there is no governments and regimes. Especially murder is simple thing in the camp. So every government try to trouble and tamp. Refugees camps are built with plastic shelter where they can live neither safe nor better. There is nothing to say about cleanliness, so they cause every disease and sickness. Refugees camps have very dense crowd, so they have to stay at tent is not broad. Being in the camps peace is impossible in the future own self can't unmanageable. Lost martyrdom. When we have lost our martyrdom with us, there was none wisdom. We have stayed without peace, so smiles has gone from our face. When we have left our motherland, there was no leader with us to stand. We have been discriminated in our life. That's why in our country happened strife. When we gave up our independence, there was nobody with self confidence. We have felt alone and hardship life due to we didn't move as birds as rife. When we have fled from our exile to other, there was no unity between one another. We have lost dignity to leave our country because in other nation we have taken entry. Hope is home. Our hope is to go back home, which we never think some. Our homeland is the best, which still we could not taste. Home is very luxurious place where we can live with peace. Home is to be our golden exile where we could friendly smile. Going home should try unity, which has our limitless dignity. Going home should struggle, which must wiggle. Home is located in native land where we could proudly stand. Home is the most unforgettable where we could feel comfortable. Sea beach. Seaside is a pleasant and smooth place where tourists come to visit with peace. That is known as a delightful sea beach. Pleasure is absorbed and expressed by each. Beach is a exquisite place with fill of sandy where has overflowing grey color cloudy. Seawater is not sweet due to salt's content from where waves come again and again. Waves is collision then flow over the black rocky which is shaped in partial water and below the sky. Sea sail is seen not only on stones but also on sand that is caught and then put in the basket with hand. Shoot the bridge across the sea to the coast for where airplanes fly over the sea and the shore. People sit on sofas, sit to take rest with comfort. There are playground to play different types of sports. A visit to the zoo. I visited an amazing place where people excitedly go. There are more than billion types of living things in zoo. I could recognize many living things and their function which I never saw with practical soul in my life duration. There are different kind of wild animals normally which are encircled in separated room very formally. They are filled with the categories of pet animals which are bred better than other kind of animals. There are many types of fishes swim in pool of water where they are kept specially to show to people better. Types of birds are preserved safely into the cage where they happily stay and fly together both age. The group of snakes sit in boxes of iron and covering from where they can't get out and bite without opening. Insects are divided into the groups and protected from where people are clearly shown and described. Beauty of the nature is very delightful and beautiful where has many things is so wonderful appearing the pleasure view in nature where including all kinds of creature flowing water from both streams and rivers. Fish swims by appearing head in the water. The vision of green emerge due to the tree which green leaves slowly move with free feeling smell due to the blooming flower which dance beautifully by the wind power. Southeast breeze blows around the plant, gentle take oxygen and rest with constant. Birds fly and sing between sky and ground. Clouds float one over the mound. Ocean waves come toward sandy shore. Steam evaporates from there more and more. The clearest blue sky changes into twilight during the sun rises and sets in delight. The moon beautifully shines at night with the twinkling stars with is bright. The sun and the stars. The sun has a face of bright. It rises from east in the morning. The whole day it gives us sunlight, but it sets to west in the evening. It looks like an electronic bulb which gives us light at night. Edison invented that kind of bulb which must take sunlight. The stars have a million eyes when they twinkle bright. The light of the sun dies while we can know what is called night. Their shape is a type of fish which live in the bay, so they are called starfish. The fishermen find them day by day. A heartfelt gratitude to those who have read this book, wishing you well and bright future.